How's it going, guys? Thanks for watching. In this video, we go out of Ocean Reef. Coming out of Caesar's Cut and down the south. And this day it was really nice. Wind was coming out of the north. There was not a lot of current though, not a lot of current at all. The yellowtail thing was tough. It was tough. No current for that. You know what I mean? But I made it happen. Brought a lot of chum and got into a good spot. Nice little rock pile there, and just worked the spot. Didn't grab any live bait before that. Didn't do any trolling or anything. Just stayed on this one spot the whole time. Worked it. I saw some fish came in. A lot of ballyhoos were around. Bermuda chubs. I saw some kings airing out. But a lot of good action. And a lot of adjusting. A couple of my rods completely snapped. I'll show you that. But it was definitely good to be back out there. Good to be good to be back on the water, and good to be catching fish. Thank you guys. Hope you enjoy. How's it going, guys? Here we are, Black Point Marina. First day on the new boat. Let's see how it goes. There she is. Here it is, guys. Very white. 19-foot tournament, 1982. Mercury, 2-stroke, 1989. 150 horse. Get all the mullet here at the dock. Black Point is completely frenzy of mullet there. I don't really have my cast net with me, but look like fucking catfish how big they are. There's a filleted fish there, half of it, and then here, I'll show you, there's a piece of a mackerel. Somebody tossed the mackerel there. Good signs from the dock. Hey, mackerels, it's going down. Got it. Just quick little walk through all the storage there. And just put all our shit in the front. All this fishing space in the back. Let's go. Beautiful day in the USA. This is Caesar's Cut, south side of Elliott Key. Oh, nice. That takes you from Key Biscayne, from Black Point Marina, Going through Key Biscayne takes you out to the wide open ocean right here. Deep blue sea right here. All right, let's do some fishing. Let's do some fishing. Out of Ocean Reef, this is Pacific Reef Lighthouse. Beautiful blue water. Pacific Reef Lighthouse right here by Ocean Reef.
¿Ya está grabando ya?
Sí. How's it going, guys? It's got this nice grouper here.
No se ve bien porque tiene el sol de frente.
Good. Nice red grouper. Out here out of Ocean Reef, like 60 feet. We got 2 chum bags out. We caught some ballyhoos with a ballyhoop. This one I caught it on the bottom rod. Knock a rig. Got him, baby. Let's go. The ballyhoop are good. Live ballyhoop are good. I caught the 3 tails. I'll show you now. Come with me to the cooler. Ven para acá, pa. Ven para acá, para que enseñe esto.
Es rojo eso.
Ven para acá, párate. Couple decent tails so far. Getting it going, getting it going.
Oye, que yo creo que eso de frente al sol no sale bien.
Eso está bien. What's going on, guys? Woo! Master Bonito here. Beautiful colors. I was yellowtail fishing with a little cube of ballyhoo, just a little cube of it, and it got to the bottom because there's not a lot of current, and out of nowhere she just started running, and then when I was bringing it up, I saw it flashing. I thought it was a king for a second, but nice bonito. We'll take them. We'll take them. Woo!
¿Eso está en size o eso no tiene size?
All right, guys, just picking up some ballyhoos here from a live well. Just a little, quick little dip in the old live well here. How's it going, guys? Beautiful black grouper here. Little short. Beautiful sunset. Cut ballyhoo on the bottom, boys. Let's go. Fresh bally. Here's the haul, guys. Not bad. Not bad. First trip on the boat. Can't complain. Hey, Papa. Couple mishaps here. Oh yeah. you know, the with the conditions and stuff, fishing isn't always easy. And Captain Ryan mentioned that when you're doing something like the grouper stuff and you're working at it, and you're gonna get your ass kicked a lot of times before you got there and nail the one that you want to get. We lost a lot of rods. I almost lost an eye out there with these groupers. My dad was breaking his back on this one fish he couldn't lift up. I had the Shimano Torium with the drag fully tight, fishing from the rod holder, like a live ballyhoo on the bottom with the knocker rig. That rod doubled over and snapped like a toothpick. That's what I'm saying, man. Like, once you're getting the right bait in front of the right fish in the right place at the right time of the day and the right moon and the right tide and the whole thing, it's happening, man. So when you get a little bit more consistent with it and you get to place yourself in the position and to get your ass kicked, but to at least get there. Next time you do a couple things better. You know what I mean? So feels good. So looking back at the trip, I feel like there are 4 things where I made mistakes where I could have done better, and I'm definitely gonna apply it next time. So remember, on this day I had a north current, like barely north current, and there was wind coming from the north. So I was pretty much the current was pretty much going to the south, and barely, not enough to Yellowtail, because I was trying to use shrimp and it'll get to the bottom, and cubes of ballyhoo when it'll get to the bottom. So even when I was procuring that live bait, I wanted to keep a live ballyhoo out there, free line. It was hard, and I saw kings airing out, so I should have put that on a bobber. To be able to float that out, actively, and then I can focus on the bottom. So that's another thing too. If I saw that the Yellowtail thing wasn't happening, I think I spent too much time on that when I could have focused a little bit more on the bottom there too. Cut bait on the bottom is always something that I started fishing with cut bait on the bottom. That's the main thing I always like to do, on a spinner or even on a light conventional. And I should have been doing more of that during this trip, and I should have quit on the Yellowtail, but I was stubborn. I got 3 in the beginning. I guess that's why I tried more, but it didn't produce really, and I put too much time in that. So that leads into quitting that and getting on the bottom. And then another thing too with these rods snapping, I'm like, I'm starting to think, why the hell are these rods snapping? So those lighter conventional rods like the Penn Fathom 2 and the Shimano Torium, they're meant to be like used in your hand, not to put it in a rod holder with a live bait with max drag and hope that you're gonna put the brakes on a big ass train, big black grouper or some shit. So I feel like I did it to myself with that. So I'll be bringing the big nuts out next time. I'll bring out the the Penn Senator on a big Long Beach rod, see if that works a little bit better. But maybe I won't crank the drag down all the way. You know what I mean? Just give it a little bit, give it some horsepower, but enough that it can pull and not break the rod. So I feel like that's another thing too. That rod wasn't, the application for it wasn't to put it in a rod holder and put it out for death like that with that bottom rod, the skinny rods. So that's noted. And then my dad was also getting bit off on the bottom a little bit too, and he was like, damn, we should have brought cable. But honestly, I had a little bit of wire there, and I forgot I had it, and I should have tied it on for him, and he would have probably got a couple kings off the bottom there too. So these are just a couple of mistakes and a couple of notes that I wanna get out there and just make sure that by saying them out loud, I can remember them next time. Just a note. Guys, and it's kind of crazy too that the time that the groupers bit was a very interesting thing because as Captain Ryan from Good Karma Sports Fishing, and as we learned in the Good Karma rigging crew, there are times of the day that certain things happen with certain fish, and through the courses and through the blogs and through the YouTube and through the everything, I really was able to put it together. When the bite and the time align, or when the bite and the moon and the bite and the sun align, it's like you definitely got to put things together. So I was definitely able to target a species of fish at a certain time, and the fish bit like clockwork, like on schedule, and that's intense. And I wasn't ready for it because the rods what I was using, I was undergunned, and I was using the wrong lines or using the rods incorrectly or the wrong rods altogether. So I was undergunned, but to know that they showed up to the party and I didn't, that's all good. That's all good. You know what I mean? So it's all good. You know what I mean? It's all good.